Oh my gosh, Flagship, that was crazy. I just scored Crackles. I'm going back in for the AC. I'm the Spirit Keeper and I give you a reason for every season. And today, I decided to switch things up with my unboxing of Crackles the Clown for Spirit Halloween 2026 because today I am filming at the Flagship location. Now I know tons of people have already put videos out about their unboxings of Crackles, and I decided to go ahead and switch things up. So instead of filming in my regular studio, I decided to go ahead and unbox Crackles and give you a demo here at Flagship. Now for those of you that don't know, the Flagship grand opening is on August 1st this year, and I decided to go ahead and kick off my Spirit Halloween 2026 unboxings then nowhere else better but to go ahead and start it off here at the Flagship location. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and cut to the chase. So let's go ahead and preview his box. So here is the front of his box. You can obviously see all that information right there along with his awesome animation where his face actually splits open. And then we do also have, he's over 6 feet. On this side, we can see some sick art showing his animation and how he speaks. And then obviously on the back, we do have his description. And then finally on this side, we do have a photo of him at some random person's house. All right, so let's go ahead and open up his box. I'll give all of you the first look at a piece of cardboard. Okay, so here we have his pull-out tray, and this guy is being manufactured by SVI. And what a lot of companies have been doing recently in the past several years is doing these pull-out trays. Let's go ahead and take out his first arm right here. Now we have his second arm, and then we do actually have his back piece right here. Then going ahead and taking out his 2 shoes, and yes, they are fully blow molded plastic. Get a look at these. I'm so happy that these are not the regular flimsy plastic material that we have been getting recently from every single retail company. These are an actual, as you can hear, a really nice plastic material. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take out his 2 leg foams right here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take out his clothing, and something that I actually want to see before going to the setup is the material, because this guy is outdoor rated. Okay, and here it is. It is actually a pretty nice material, obviously going to be water resistant. Not completely sure if it's going to be weatherproof though, as you can see on the inside, but I mean, it should be fine in the rain and everything like that. But we will see his control box in a second, and then here's his ruffles. Okay, now for the most anticipated part of every single props unboxing is going to be to go ahead and take out the head. This thing does have a decent amount of weight to it, which I'm actually pretty surprised about. Let's go ahead and give you all the very first look at Crackles' head. Already by the hair, it doesn't look too promising for the hairdo, but there you go, his head, and wow, this looks really nice. Even the cracks in person, they look much better. As you can see, there is a bit of painter's tape, which we will go ahead and end up taking off, because honestly, he does have that awesome animation. But we can't see the face inside just yet. You can see a bit of it right there, which is also a really nice plastic material, which is awesome because this is a fully plastic head, but the paint job is also really spectacular. Next up, we do have some of his ground stakes in here, and then we have the box for the adapter, and the adapter actually fell out. It is right back here. And then honestly, we do also have Crackles instructions, which do actually have color. And now we do have his 2 leg pulls right here in this bag. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take out his entire mechanism, which is actually one big piece. And now looking at all this stuff, I probably should have brought a tarp, but we'll make do. And next we do have his 2 hands, which are actually much smaller in person. They do also have cotter pins right there. Paint job, pretty flat, but that is to be expected because they are just a regular white clown hand. And finally, we can go ahead and take out his base, which is actually a pretty nice quality. The parts that Crackles comes with are his 2 leg foams, his clothing with his pants, shirt, and then his ruffle, his entire control box. Then we do have his back frame, his 2 arms, his 2 pink blow molded plastic shoes, ground stakes, his adapter, instructions, 2 hands, his awesome head, and then obviously the base. Okay, now for the very first step of your Spirit Halloween 2026 Crackles animatronic, we can go ahead and slide over his 2 shoes, and it doesn't matter which one goes where because they are the same thing. Next up, we can go ahead and attach its 2 leg pulls, and let's go ahead and do the second one, just like that. And now would be a good time to go ahead, slide those 2 leg foams over, just like so. And now let's go ahead and slide over his pants, just like that. And next, let's go ahead and attach his control box. At this time, also feel free to go ahead and then just get his pants over this hip loop. It's really starting to smell like Flagship up in here. Before his control box, you can obviously see that it is outdoor rated. We can also see that thing, the cover on all of the options. We do have sensor, off, / try me, and then we do have on, and then we do have his volume knob right here, as you can see. And now we can go ahead and throw on a shirt. just like that. Now we can go ahead and add on his back frame. That's great. Now I'm going to feed his arm through the sleeve. Now let's go ahead and attach his arm. And go ahead and repeat the same step with his left arm. And attach it using the 2 prongs. It's time to go ahead and take his right hand, slide the cotter pin off, go ahead, use the 2-prong connection once again, and slide that cotter pin right back in. Repeat the same step with his other hand. Top it all off with his head. Top it all off with his ruffles. His hair needs some major TLC. Before wrapping up his setup, let's go ahead and connect a few wires with the green one, blue one, and this one does have a weatherproof cap, but the green one doesn't, which is concerning. His red, and that black one. And finally, let's go ahead and plug in his adapter and then screw on that tight cap. And there you have it. Crackles is fully set up. He does tower over me, so I do look like a midget, but here he is, so let's go ahead and move on to some sick demos.
Welcome to my lonely circus. Do you want to see a magic trick? Ta-da! What do you think? For my next act, I'll make you disappear. Yeah! I'm so happy you're here. I'm so excited, I could burst. Surprise! Now it's time for the real show! I saved the grand finale just for you! Now try not to scream too much! Something's missing, but the show must go on! I'll tell you what's missing. A few more victims!
Now here he is, Crackles the Clown, from Spirit Halloween 2026 in all of his glory. The real name is Crackles, but I like adding clown to the end of it. This thing is absolutely amazing. This has honestly been my most anticipated prop of the season since we did first get the leaks back in December of everything from Spirit. This guy just really caught my eye, and still to this day, I think that he is probably one of my favorite clown animatronics, period, from any company, Spirit, anything like that. He's definitely up in that top 5 just because of his concept. The concept is something that we have really never seen before besides some of the face ripper animatronics. This is something completely new and a really fresh concept, as his face literally splits in half, revealing a demon or some sort of fleshy monster inside. And I feel like the blood is a really nice touch on that monster inside of it, and especially the mouth movement, which is one of the main facts that I was so fond of this animatronic, is because not only does the face inside look amazing, but it also does have mouth movement along with LEDs, which I'm not too fond of LEDs, but I think it does work fine on this thing, especially in the night. Another thing that I'm a huge fan of is how this guy does actually have blood on the ruffles and the collar that he does have on the costume. And I think that, as fake as it does look, I still think it's a nice touch for what Spirit can do in this day and age. However, I would like some improvements in the blood, sort of making it look more matte finish and everything like that, making it look more shiny instead of the obviously flat and fake blood look that most retail props do have. However, Spirit, I want to applaud you for actually adding blood to a prop, because we know in this day and age we haven't gotten much of that. Now, one of my main cons with Crackles is how his face, the inside actually isn't painted, and it's just that sort of red plasticky look to it, which is something that I'm pretty upset about. However, I don't think it takes away from the prop that much. I think that's definitely a small nitpick that could have easily been covered, just adding some of that fleshiness that the actual monster does have to the outside of the plastic and everything like that, because I think that would have made the character a lot better, because I feel like if you just added some paint, which I'll probably end up adding some perma blood to it, but I feel like if Spirit just did go that extra step, this prop would be even better. Another thing that I absolutely love about Crackles, moving away from the negative, is not only how his costume is actually weathered, which is also something that we don't get much of from Spirit, but his actual face. I feel like this guy does remind me a lot of something like Wave and Wally and everything like that, as his initial face design is just so menacing. It gives you like a really off feeling when you do see it, as he's giving you this major grin, and he's not really looking too scary or monstrous when you do first take a look at him. And then he does have the animation, which I'm still a huge fan of, and I love it. However, I think that the actual face does also look really nice. Another thing, Spirit did a really good job actually covering up the big seam going down the middle, which is one of the main things I was worried about with this prop, is that obviously he does have that giant seam, which I thought was going to be super noticeable, but Spirit did go ahead and actually cover it up by adding several other cracks in Crackles' face, which I think is definitely really awesome, because I mean, it just really adds to the character and takes away from that main crack going down center. The only other negative thing that I do have, which kind of is just my model, or at least from what I've been seeing, is that, as you can see, the base is kind of wobbly and kind of like off with how it is. It might just be the concrete that I'm on, but still definitely, even the thing isn't the sturdiest, especially with this thing being outdoor rated, which is a huge plus. However, those two wires weren't having those caps on it, so I'm not completely sure how that is, but the adapter is outdoor rated and some of those wires inside, which I think is an amazing touch for this guy only being retailed for $250. I think that is a complete steal for this animatronic, because you are getting a decent amount of animation and just the overall look of this prop and something really fresh in the community and even the retail market and everything like that. But once again, as you can see, it's pretty floppy, and then even just the legs itself, I feel like aren't the greatest quality that they could have been, especially for an outdoor rated prop, and seeing other props this year with all their amazing quality. However, I still do have another animatronic arriving very soon, so stay tuned for that. Well, there you have it, the Spirit Halloween 2026 Crackles animatronic here in none other than the Flagship location in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, opening in just about a month. I truly cannot wait. You can even see the opening soon sign. It doesn't yet say the official grand opening date. However, I am ecstatic for that grand opening, and Crackles is overall probably going to take a cake for 2026 when it does come to animatronics, besides one special bear. But make sure to leave your thoughts on this guy down in the comments below, and if you would like to see more unboxings here at Flagship, because it was pretty fun. But anyway, make sure to remember that I'm the Spirit Keeper, and I give you a reason for every season. Bye.